Hello, this is Tori with LANDiO. We have a new 5-acre home site with road frontage and electricity in southern New Mexico. The property is surrounded by these nicer, newer developed homes. You can see the 5 acres outlined here in green, and then this is the property. This is the west side of the property. So this is the neighbor to the west, and this is another neighbor just one parcel over, and then this is the neighbor right across the road. So if you look at the neighbor across the road, you can see they have a nice, what looks to be very new home. This is our 5-acre parcel right here. So this is the neighbor adjoining the west boundary, and you can see they've got lots of mature trees planted around their property. We look at it closer, it looks like they have an in-ground pool here, and then here's the neighbor just one parcel over, and you can see they've got some accessory buildings. They've got an RV parked outside there. They have trees planted around their property as well, and you can see that many of the neighbors around here that have built on their properties, they've planted trees that have grown to maturity. This is a photo from the road that runs along the north boundary of the property, and here we are looking west, and in the distance here you can see the Florida Mountains. These are the little Florida Mountains. Again, it gives you another good perspective of those trees, just how tall they are. And then this is the 5-acre parcel right here. This is the southwest corner of the property, and there you can see the electricity pole that's already in place. From the property you have these amazing unobstructed views of the Florida Mountains to the southwest. This is a satellite image looking down at the property, so you can see that you have electricity lines and poles not just at the corner there, but also up towards the northern west boundary of the property. And then roughly 322 feet of frontage along the road, and then you've got roads all through here, so you've got great drive-up access to the property. And this is an aerial photo looking north, and there we have the roughly 322 feet of frontage along the entire north boundary, and there's the neighbor to the north. You can see they have some accessory buildings on their property as well. Here's a neighbor to the southwest. Looks like they have like a single wide mobile home on their property. And then here we are along the west boundary of the property. Again, you can see just how tall those mature trees are. And then this is a ground level photo looking at the neighbors. Here's a neighbor to the south. Again, lots of mature trees on their property. And in this image here, we have several of the nearby developed properties circled. You can see just how many people have built on their properties around here. And if we look at some of those in the satellite images, this is the neighbor to the north. There's the neighbors to the west. So there's no covenants, there's no restrictions, there's no HOA, there's no HOA fees, there's no time limit to build. You can use the property recreationally. You can do a mobile home, a tiny home, a site-built home, shipping container home. So you've got a lot of flexibility with what you can do with the property. And you're only 10 minutes to Interstate 10, just to the north of the property. So Interstate 10 will then take you directly to Las Cruces, New Mexico to the east, which is less than an hour from the property, and then Deming, New Mexico to the west, which is about half an hour from the property, with the majority of that drive being on Interstate 10. Now Deming has a population around 15,000. Pretty much anything you need you can find in Deming. And then Las Cruces has a population of over 100,000. And then just south of Las Cruces you have El Paso, New Mexico. El Paso has a population of over 680,000, and there's an international airport in El Paso. And the property is in close proximity to public land, both BLM and state land, and you're surrounded by close to 1 million acres of public land all throughout this area. This is an aerial photo of the Florida Mountains, and you have amazing unobstructed views of the Florida Mountains from the property. And the Florida Mountains are almost all public land. So along the little Florida Mountains here, you have the Rockhound State Park, which is popular for hiking, birding, and camping. And the Florida Mountains are the only place in the United States where you can hunt pure-blooded, free-ranging ibex on public land. Here's some information from the New Mexico Game and Fish Department about ibex hunting. The property is located in Game Management Unit 25, and then you're also just an hour from the Dripping Springs Natural Area and the Leesburg Dam State Park. Through this 5-acre home site with road frontage and electricity, priced at just $9,900, all the property details are listed here on our website. The property taxes are only $35 a year for the entire 5-acre parcel. Again, there's no HOA, there's no HOA fees, there's no covenants or restrictions. You can see that many of the nearby landowners have developed their properties with newer, nicer built homes. The elevation's around 4,100 feet. And then we have information on the distances to the nearby cities and points of interest, along with links where you can find more information about those locations. Here are the GPS coordinates for the 4 corners and the center point. This link here will actually open up the GPS coordinate on a Google map. Then we have over 80 images of the property and the surrounding area, along with this interactive map. If this property fits what you're looking for, please go to our website and click on this Buy Now button. What that'll do is add a deposit of $499 to your cart. Then click Checkout. Once you click Checkout, this window will appear where you can enter in all your information, then continue through the checkout process. Once the checkout process has been completed, we'll receive an instant notification that your $499 deposit has been made. We'll then take the property off the market, send you over a simple one-page purchase agreement, and arrange arrange for the balance of payment. The remaining balance may be paid by wire transfer, cashier's check, credit card, debit card, ACH bank draft, or any combination of those methods. We make the whole process super simple and it can be completed in as little as a day. Your $499 deposit is credited towards your purchase, and then we cover all of the closing costs. We have customers from all over the United States and even some outside the United States. And depending where you're at right now in the world, you may want to consider what the weather's like in Deming. This is the current 10-day forecast, and over the next 10 days, the average temperature is going to be in the low 60s during the day, and the average temperature at night is going to be in the mid to high 30s with light wind and little to no precipitation. So what happens is a lot of our customers that have purchased properties from us in this area, they live in the north, northeast, northwest, midwest, and they come down in the winter months. Sometimes people will refer to them as snowbirds, escaping the snow in the winter and coming south to a much warmer climate. But there are also people that live here full time. So whether it's that you want to use the property recreationally, whether it's you want to come down seasonally or live there full time, this property has a lot of great attributes all wrapped up into one at a really amazing price. If you have any questions, our phone number is on the top of every page of our website. That number is 713-597-7670. That number also receives text messages. We also have this live chat feature here on our website where you can communicate with us in real time. If we're not available for whatever reason, please send us a message. We'll respond to you at our next availability. You can also fill out this contact form here on our website or send us an email directly. Our email address is hello@landio.com. And as always, we really appreciate you taking the time to watch our videos and share our properties with all your family, friends, and colleagues. May God continue to bless you and your family.